Have you ever noticed how your body holds on to stress, how you might feel that tightness, that difficulty breathing, or maybe a level of fatigue, especially when you're going through something stressful, or maybe there has been a trigger, something that brings up what already exists in you based on our past experiences, memories, and conditioning? So, EFT, EFT tapping, also translates to emotional freedom technique. And it's a simple way to be with yourself and your nervous system and even enhance your nervous system capacity and release that emotional and somatic or body. Somatic breakdown to soma meaning body, to release that emotional and somatic or body based tension by gently tapping on specific acupressure points in your body while you speak what you're feeling, what you believe, your cognitions. And when you are using it with a facilitator like myself, I intuitively sense what needs to be spoken. So you don't even have to work so hard because I speak it and then you mentally or out loud repeat it. Emotional freedom technique is like acupressure, is like emotional acupressure, but without the needles. You're sending the signal to your brain that is letting you know it's safe to be here. I can come back to the present moment. It sends the signal down to your nervous system so that it softens into that parasympathetic state. And that's your state of ease and safety, not necessarily calm. So we want to pair calm with stress, pair calm with the tension, pair calm with being out of your comfort zone. So you can use EFT for anxiety, self-doubt, overthinking, wealth and abundance, even heartbreak, anything that you feel stuck. And it helps your mind and body to reconnect so you can move from impulsivity and reactivity to regulation. So you can move from past patterns and habits into new ways of being aligned and authentic with self. So it's just another tool that is bringing you back to your own natural state. And we need physical health, emotional health, cognitive mindset health, aspirations, goals, and values, and our connection to ourselves and the environment, the universe around us. So let's do some tapping right now. So in case you didn't know what it was, that was a little quick few moment, 2 minute, 2.5 minute spiel. And if you want to continue, stay here with me or check out another video if I broke this down so you can try out EFT tapping along with my other videos. So please share if you've done tapping before or how this practice goes for you. Like, comment, subscribe, be here with me. And I tend to use cards to help kind of get a feel for what the collective or the viewer, you, may need right now. And then I work completely intuitively to bring up the mental spoken word part to the tapping on the parts of the body. So I will shuffle and we'll see what we need to know, what we are going to focus on. So I have two that stood out to me. We have the bat and the hellbore. Intuition. Look at that, just like I said. So we'll tap on gaining more access to your intuition. That is a huge area of focus for myself as I've gotten more attuned to my own intuition, moving out of doubt and fear and not trusting self because of experiences in the past, conditioning that led me to deny what my intuition knew to be true about me. Anytime we judge and overthink, where we're focusing on the past or predicting the future and the present, we are not in our authentic state and our authentic being. Judgment, like gossip, spreading rumors, or having an opinion of somebody that maybe isn't necessarily accurately true. It could be that projection of yourself, something that you are not aware of within yourself. You're not in your authentic state. And I'll speak more on that probably in another video. But all right, we have the coyote and the datura. This is deceit. Deceit. Let's see what it says real fast and then we'll tap. All right, 37, coyote. That's 27. Come on, Amanda. All righty. The datura flower is one of deceitful charm. It's a beautiful flower, but extremely poisonous and said to be an ingredient that allows witches to fly on their broomsticks. Likewise, coyotes are often depicted as tricksters. Beware of the charming stranger. Before opening up to someone new, consider what they may have to gain from your trust. Trust your instincts. If your gut is telling you that something isn't right, listen to the warning. So both of these are about trust. We're going to tap on doubt, deceit, mistrust to bring you into a state of trust. And being your authentic self, being true to you, present in the moment so that your thoughts are coming from a present place. Any thought you get, you need that intellect, you need that logic, you need that rational part of your brain. Though, is it present? As it is, moving away from should and ought to and supposed to into this is how it is. Right now, I feel centered and aligned, period. That doesn't mean I need to go out and create a whole new project. It can just be I'm centered and aligned. Or maybe my thought, my intuition, my present-based thought is put this into implementation. You have an idea, so go and do it. It could be either one, but you need to sense what that means for you. And that can be hard sometimes when we've struggled with anxiety and doubt and overthinking. So instead of figuring out, well, how do I come more into my trust? We have these resources. All these are resources to bring you back to yourself. Tapping to me is not, I'm anxious and I'm doing it to feel calm. For some people, it helps with that. But really, it's this consistent cumulative practice that you build up on so that you then have more awareness and emotional regulation and action taking in your life that is overall fulfilling. So, utilizing tapping to enhance your capacity to be present with yourself, coming into your intuition is this particular topic. We can also use tapping to decrease that anxiety. It's, again, using it for what works best for you in the present moment. So if you're like, I don't really want to do intuition and doubt and deceit today, I'm going to check out one of another Amanda's videos that's maybe on letting go. However, think about it. Trusting yourself does reduce anxiety. When you trust yourself, you might not need that fear. All right, let's tap. So I tend to tap, when I tap, I tend to move quickly. So sometimes people say, Amanda, slow down. You're doing it too fast. You're talking too fast. I can't keep up. That is how I intuitively work. It comes fast. Sometimes I talk a lot, or sometimes I talk quickly. I am aware of that, though again, I feel very centered in the way that I offer it because it works for me and I can be that mirror for it to, over time, you'll get better at it with speed. You can also slow the video down. You can pause and you can add it into yourself. Make it work for you. Recognize where you're getting frustrated and you're like, I can't keep up. Okay, how may you adjust? Do you need me to change so it's better for you? You can offer me the feedback and I can take that into consideration. Like, thank you. That's how you are seeing me, as being a little too fast. And if I get that 100 times, then maybe in time I can be like, all right, now I'm ready to slow down. I'm not going to force myself to slow down, but I have that feedback and awareness and I truly appreciate it. So come to the karate chop point, the side of your hand, and follow along. Tap here. Take a deep full breath in and a deep full breath out. Another inhale from the base of your spine all the way up to the top of your head, and exhale, let it go. Even though I might fall into illusions and deceit from the outside world, I accept myself. Even though I might sometimes get caught up in an illusion, I'm okay. Even though I may doubt and overthink and not trust myself, I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. To the eyebrow. The mistrust to the side of the eye. That's when I feel unsettled. That's when I feel unsettled underneath the eye. My stomach might be tight. I might get anxious. My stomach might be tight and I might get anxious underneath the nose. I overthink to the chin. That's how I'm used to being. That's how I'm used to being, to the chest. And that served me. That serves me underneath the arm, the side of the body. It keeps me safe. It keeps me safe to the rest. To second guess, to overthink, to need permission from others or information, opinions from others, to second guess and overthink, to need permission from others or answers from others because I don't trust me, because I don't trust me. Top of the head. I acknowledge that. I acknowledge that to the eyebrow. Sometimes I don't trust others. Sometimes I don't trust others. To the side of the eye. I've been hurt before. I've been hurt before. Underneath the eye. I accept that. I accept that. Underneath the nose. I get it. I get it. The chin. So I listen and understand. I listen and understand the chest. I hold this space for my awareness. I hold this space for my awareness underneath the arm, the side of the body. I don't need to change it. I don't need to change it. To the wrist. I'm here with it. I'm here with it. The top of the head. I can feel the confusion and doubt. I can feel the confusion and doubt. To the eyebrow. I notice it. I notice it. To the side of the eye. I experience it in my body. I experience it in my body underneath the eye. And I let it be. I let it be underneath the nose as it is. As it is. To the chin because I'm human. Because I'm human. To the chest. I have the competency. I have the competency underneath the arms, the emotional intelligence. The emotional intelligence. To the rest. That's what helps me. That's what helps me. Top of the head. I expand and enhance that right here. I expand and enhance that right here. The eyebrow. That's the medicine. That's the gold. That's the alchemy. That's the medicine. That's the gold. That's the alchemy. Side of the eye. Not some step-by-step process. Not some big information. Not some step-by-step process. Not some big information underneath that. Not some new plan. Not some new plan underneath the nose. Not some hustle and grind. Not some hustle and grind. The chin. This being. Being. To the chest. Showing up. And getting more interested in me. Showing up and being more interested in me. Underneath the arm. Knowing myself. Knowing myself. To the wrist. And interacting with others. And interacting with others. To the top of the head. Experiencing life with others. Experiencing life with others. To the eyebrow. To grow. To grow. The side of the eye. Because my awareness underneath the eye, my emotional intelligence underneath the nose, to pause and accept and express and release, to pause and accept and express and release the chin, brings me into trust and safety, brings me into trust and safety to the chest, to access more of my intuition, to access more of my intuition underneath the arm. My intuition is there for me. My intuition is there for me. The rest, it's right here. It's right here. Top of the head, being present in the moment. Being present in the moment to the eyebrow and choosing what I love. And choosing what I love. The side of the eye. And utilizing these practices. And utilizing these practices underneath the eye. That's enough. That's enough underneath the nose. And I'm so grateful. And I'm so grateful. It's the chin. I feel the gratitude. I feel the gratitude to the chest and the integration of all of this. And the integration of all of this underneath the arm. So much trust. So much trust. The rest in my mind and in my body. And in my mind and in my body. Top of the head. My intuition is there for me. My intuition is there for me. To the eyebrow. Thank you for staying. Thank you for staying the side of the eye and connecting with me right now. And connecting with me right now. The eyebrow. That whatever happens, I'm cared for. Whatever happens, I'm cared for underneath the nose and protected to the chin and supported the chest. I'm healthy underneath the arm and full of love to the wrist and vibrant and radiant in my mind, my body, my heart, and vibrant and radiant in my mind, my body, and heart. The top of the head with love, light, magic, and miracles. With love, light, magic, and miracles. Release the tapping. Let that be. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. And just notice the effects. I don't typically pull a card after. I'm going to. You're welcome to stay. You're welcome to do the tapping again. Like I said, it is emotional acupuncture. So it's bringing you into that harmony and that alignment of your mind, your body, your heart, so that your thoughts are present, your heart is open, your body is clear of that tension and in a space of safety, love, gratitude, and trust, so that you don't deceive yourself, because we are our own self-deceivers. You commit, you speak, and you act with what you speak, meaning you love music, listen to music, go to concerts. You love adventure, go try something new. Act in line with what you speak and know about yourself. And if you don't know, do that self-inquiry. Take the time to get to know yourself. Enhance your self-awareness and your emotional regulation and your emotional intelligence. Taking time to pause, to slow down, to be present, to expand your perspectives and views. Open up to all multiple perspectives. And then know how you're feeling and how you react, and know that your judgments are coming from a place of what you're not acknowledging in yourself, and that you're not then in alignment if you're judging, or you're not being authentic if you're judging. The rooster and sunflower, communication. What you speak. Let's see what that says. As your takeaway, now that you're in a state of trust and out of deceit and into your intuition, communication, which is coming up, almost there. Rooster and sunflower. This is a card of the leader. Roosters wake before the rest of the farm, alerting everyone to the rising sun. They're protective of their territory and they're self-confident. They're good communicators, they're honest, and they're capable. The sunflower is the tallest bloom in the garden, rising high, turning its face towards the sun. It provides the warmth and joy. You are well suited to positions of authority and leadership. Remember that clear and open communication is the key to successful leadership. What styles of communication do you tend to admire? You admire it because it's in you, how you communicate, what you're speaking, what you're sharing, and what you're showing through empathy, compassion, understanding multiple perspectives. So take all of this. Thank you so much for being here. Again, check out the other videos. You amaze me. I love you.